Good morning. Coffee first. This is the weather we've woken up to today. Welcome to summer in the Great Southern. Rain mist. I mean, it almost looks like snow. You'll be familiar with this rain mist if you're from Seattle or you've been to Seattle. Seeing as it is a bit of a spooky day today, I thought it would be fun to go to, well, hang on, let me clean you up there. Exactly like your mum when she takes a cloth at you at a restaurant. Seeing as it's a bit of a spooky day, I thought it would be fun to go on a bit of a spooky adventure in Albany, which is a town I find to be quite spooky. Are you up for that? And yes, you're right, my hair does look crazy. So a little about Albany. I'm staying here in the middle of this in Denmark. Albany is a historical city. It's been around for a very long time, since the 1800s. So there are old buildings, lots of history. It's about a 40-50 minute drive from here, along some really beautiful, desolate roads. I think you'll enjoy the ride. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might recall this story where I basically took you along for the adventure of filming this video. By coincidence, when I sat down at my favorite cafe in Albany, I came across this book, Old Albany by John Dawson. This book that I found had an enormous amount of detail about the history of Albany, including old maps and photographs, the history of Australian settlement. It's pretty dark. I am not an expert, nor do I want to go into everything, but the convict history is just one disturbing element of Australian history. So if you don't know this, Australia was used as a penal colony, that's not a rude word, look it up, from the late 1700s. So between 1788 and 1868, more than 160,000 convicts were sent to Australia from Great Britain. These people were criminals, and a lot of them were used as labour to build the beginnings of Australian settlements. Some of the buildings in Albany originate from as far back as the 1830s. You can see why Albany is considered one of the most haunted places in Western Australia. And the first location I am taking you to, Albany Jail, has been plagued with rumours of hauntings for generations.
Okay, so now number 10 is this one, that is one thing that clears. And this is, oh, these are all just nail cells. These are all just nail cells.
I feel like I'm in a Nick Cave song.
How are they spent so long?
Sure, I agree. And you guys go through the back of the there. It's going fast.
I can figure it out.
Stop prison for that at the end. Crazy.
I can tell you right now, they didn't seem to pay too much attention to the angles of things. There's not a lot of geometry in here. Can you imagine sleeping in a hammock for God knows how long? That alone would make you want to haunt a place.
We go inside.
I don't rightly said. I don't think I do. I don't really believe in disembodied consciousness as such. But I do believe in energy. And I believe energy can stay in places. Like a resonance. That's the only word I can think of. If something big or traumatic happens, I believe that energy can stay in a place. I will say I don't feel unsafe here. I don't feel like there's a freaky energy. Maybe I'm not sensitive to these things, but I will say that the battery in my camera is acting very strange. It keeps... this has never happened before. Normally, if the battery power goes down, it means it's staying down. It keeps going up and down. So as you can see, whoever runs the museum these days loves dark humour, and obviously the jail capitalizes on these rumours of hauntings with these silly figurines designed to creep you out. And I will say that generally I felt pretty safe, except for when I entered the women's wing. And this room in particular, I don't know if it was just the lifelike face of this mannequin or whether it was a genuine energy that I was picking up, but I felt pretty uncomfortable in this room. My eyes were definitely going funny in this room, and I was pretty happy to get out of there quickly. Okay, I'll admit I'm starting to feel a little creeped out. So this is meant to be one of the most haunted locations in WA. Sometimes got to remind myself that I'm in Western Australia and there are snakes and spiders everywhere.
Bring it down to it, you have to go back up that.
probably rigged up fairly well, but I'm always very careful just in case it's not.
So the Patrick Taylor Cottage is the oldest existing dwelling in Western Australia, built originally in 1832. And of course, this just started off as someone's private home 200 years ago. I didn't realise that it had become a kind of museum for the collection of just old artefacts, some that were originally in the home, others that had been collected. Okay, well that was less of a creepy haunted haunt and more of a historic collection of artifacts. Some really cool stuff in there. And I learnt some new things as well. Albany was actually the first place settled in Western Australia, 3 years before Perth, in 1826. And back then it was called King George's Sound. We are at the Vancouver Arts Centre. It was formerly a hospital and is said to be one of the most haunted locations in Albany. Battery's about to die. Normally I can film for an hour easily, but today, whatever's in the goal, decided to eat up all my battery charge. And now I leave you with this beautiful Victorian home. One of just many in Albany. You definitely need to come and visit. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And as always, if you want more, you need to check out my awesome Patreon community where I post new videos every week. And actually, I have made a vlog in Albany in the past for the Patreon community, so you can find that there. Actually, I talk a lot more about what I think about energy in that video. See you later. Now for a word from today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you have a big creative idea, the easiest way to get started is to create a website that really speaks your creative vision. Squarespace can help you achieve any number of specific goals that you have for your website, whether you want to sell products, services, memberships, showcase your work, promote an event or a business, Squarespace has you covered. With beautiful minimalist templates which are so easy to customize. From there you can choose images, video, words, even sounds that will help communicate your unique vision. Squarespace can help you with email campaigns, integrating social media, as well as detailed analytics to help you connect with and learn about your audience. Squarespace has an awesome offer for you today. To get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain name, all you need to do is go to www.squarespace.com, start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to this here URL. A massive thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.